Hello friends, this is the second video on amalgamation of companies, accounting standard 14. In the previous video, we have done vendor company, journal entries in the books of vendor company. Now in this video, we are going to study how to pass journal entries in the books of purchasing company, that is transferee. Transferee company will purchase in two methods. What are the two methods? Just go through these two methods. Two methods are used for passing the journal entries in the books of purchasing company. Selling company will not take into consideration these methods. Only purchasing company will take amalgamation. Amalgamation in the nature of purchase and amalgamation in the nature of merger. This method is also called as merger method is also called as pooling of interest method, where you don't have any choice. You have to take over all the assets and liabilities at book value. So there are some conditions. We will look into it into the future, into the further slides. Transferor is a selling company. Transferee is also called as purchasing company. First, we will pass entry with the purchase method. In the purchase method, we will pass the first entry business purchase account debit to liquidator of vendor. Here the liquidator will be appointed by the purchasing company to liquidate the business of selling company, and he will calculate the amount of purchase consideration with the different methods, net asset or net payment method. He will calculate the purchase consideration. So on amalgamation, there is always a new company formed. The new company formed is a purchasing company. Now, when you take over the assets of selling company, it will be debited at a revised value, because in purchase method, you have a choice. You can take some assets, you can avoid some assets. So you can choose among the assets of company and you can take over only those assets. And that also you will take it at a revised value, whatever the market value is, fair value is going on. Next, if you take over the liabilities also, you will take a revised value. You will take over the debenture of vendor company now, but later on, if in the question it is mentioned that debentures of vendor company are cancelled and new debentures are issued, then this debenture will be cancelled. Now, if you see, the first entry is business purchase debit. Now, this debit will come in the second entry in the credit to business purchase account. Similarly, if the assets are asset is less and liabilities are more, if you are taking over a company where you are paying more compared to the assets which you have taken over, then it will be a loss for you. The loss in the purchase method, remember, loss in the purchase method is debited as a goodwill, and if the liabilities are more and assets is less, then it will be debited as loss. If asset is more, liabilities are less, then it is a profit for you. You are taking over a company which is having more assets and you are paying less. If you are paying less, it is a profit for you. The profit will be named as capital reserve. Okay, so these entries you have to keep one space line above and below empty, and then you have to tally the debit and credit. If it is debit is less, then you have to write in the debit side goodwill account. If credit is less, then you have to write on the capital reserve in the bottom. So this is the recording of asset and liabilities which are taken over by purchasing company. Now if you see, the business purchase here was debited, now it is credited. Similarly, the liquidator of vendor company will be, now it is here on the first point it is credited, now it will be debited, because we are going to give some shares to the liquidator to pass on to the selling company. Okay, it can be shares, it can be cash. So in purchasing company you don't have any condition, but in merger method you will find there will be a condition. The first point, business purchase to liquidator, will be same in the merger method also. Liquidator of vendor company account debit You are going to give equity shares. Purchasing company will give equity shares to selling company, to preference share, to cash or bank. So these are the three which can be given. If equity and preference shares are at premium, issued at premium, then you have to make a separate to security premium account. This is the payment made to the liquidator. Now, if the company is maintaining a statutory reserve, then we will pass the entry amalgamation adjustment account debit to statutory reserve account. So, for maintaining the statutory reserve, vendor company and purchasing company have to continue it. Okay. Every year the company will remove some amount of profits and keep it in the statutory reserve. So similarly, purchasing company will also practice the same thing in their company when they take over the statutory reserve of vendor company. Now in the purchase method, if the debenture of vendor company, you are cancelling the old debenture and you are issuing a new debenture. Then if you are issuing a new debenture at a discount, it is a loss and loss is debited. Loss is always debited. If you are issuing a new debenture, cancelling the old debenture is debited means it is cancelled. Debenture is a liability. It is always a credit. If you debit it, that means you are cancelling the debenture and you are issuing a new debenture credit. Debenture of purchasing company account to security premium. If it is issued at a premium, then you will write to securities premium account. Debentures of vendor company cancelled and issued, and you have issued new debentures. If you are paying some liquidation expenses, normally liquidation expenses should be paid by the selling company because that is liquidated. But if it is paid by purchasing company, then it is also sometimes in the question they mention that liquidation expenses are reimbursed by the purchasing company. Then you have to pass goodwill account debit to cash or bank account. Payment of liquidation expenses by the purchasing company. Now, if you have sufficient capital reserves, then you can debit and to goodwill account, you will write off the goodwill from the capital reserve. This is the entry only when it is mentioned in the question. It depends upon the question to question that whether this entry will come or whether this liquidation expenses will come, whether the debentures are cancelled. If the debentures are not cancelled, then you will not pass that entry. So it depends upon the question which entries you will pass. Now coming to the merger method. In this method, there are 5 conditions. If any of the one condition is also not fulfilled, then you will do it all the entries with the purchase method. We have already seen what is purchase method, how many entries are there. Just go through, there are total 7. But it depends upon the question to question. We have only written 7. Now in the merger method, the 5 conditions are: number 1, same business should be continued after the merger. If it is a telecommunication business, we will continue that business. We will not start some other entertainment business or some other business. So we have to continue that particular business. Number 2, all the shareholders, not all, 90% of shareholders of vendor company should agree to become shareholder in the purchasing company. Many times before merger only, once they hear the announcement that merger is going to take place in the future, then they sell the shares of that particular company. It should not happen like that. If it happens like that, then you have to do the sum as per purchase method. So in the merger method, you have to 90% shareholders should agree to become shareholders, and in finally if they become shareholders, then it is merger method. Now when you are paying something, that is consideration, purchase consideration, that should be only in the form of shares. That means शेयर के बदले में शेयर देंगे, not cash. Only the fractional amount will be given in the cash. Number 4, Assets and liabilities should be taken over only at the book value. There should not be any adjustment in the book value. Book value is the balance sheet value. Now, all assets and liabilities taken over. You have to take over all assets and liabilities. There is no choice for the purchasing company to avoid any asset or liability. Now, book value is also called as balance sheet value. Now, in the first entry will be same. In purchase method also it was same. Business purchase account debit to liquidator of vendor company. The amount will be PC, purchase consideration. Now, second entry is also similar, but here already we have seen in the merger method, in the purchase method, we have seen that we are writing the revised value, but in this method we are going to write book value, because we have a condition. See, the condition is asset and liabilities are taken over at book value. So you will take over at book value. Liabilities also at book value, and you have to take over all reserves also. In the previous purchase method, we were not taking over the assets of company. Oh sorry, not taking over the reserves of company. But in this merger method, you have to take over all the reserves of company except general reserve and P&L account. And you have to credit to business purchase. The business purchase was debited, it will be credited. And if asset side is less and liabilities is more, when you are taking over a company which is having lower assets and more liabilities, then it is a loss for you. The loss will be debited in the P&L account. P&L account debit. Here I have not written debit, you have to write it. In the previous method, we have understood that goodwill we have to write. Here we are writing P&L. The only difference is this. Next, to general reserve. In the purchase method, we were writing to capital reserve. Here we are writing to general reserve. First we will complete the general reserve, then we will write P&L account. If in the general reserve we have 30,000, then we will complete the general reserve and then we will write the P&L account. So if the profit is there, then the balancing figure will be P&L account. Now the liquidator will be given something. So they debit the receiver. Liquidator will receive what they will receive: equity share, preference share, security premium of the transferee company, that is purchasing company. And they can also get security premium. If the equity share is issued at premium, then we will write as security premium. If preference share is issued at premium, then we will write security premium. Debentures, if cancelled, you will write debentures. From credit you will transfer to debit. Debit में debenture आता है तो cancel होता है. Debenture of purchasing company, you are issuing a new debenture. If you are issuing debenture at discount, then the discount on issue will be debited. If you are issuing at premium, then it will be credited to security premium account. Debenture cancellation and issuing new debenture of new company, that is purchasing company, at premium or discount. Now this is the entry for liquidation expenses. It depends upon the question. If in the question it is given that liquidation expenses are reimbursed or paid by the purchasing company, normally it should be paid by selling company because that is going to liquidate. But if purchasing company is paying, then we have to write P&L account debit to cash account. Thank you very much.